All right, welcome back. We are all just gazing at the Rondy royalty here as we prepare for the awards. Look at this beautiful group right here on a perfect day at 4th and D. Come on down if you're in the municipality. We'd love to have you down here right now. We got tunes jamming. The mushers are starting to gather around. We have the circle of people. We have our media partners here, Alaska News Source in the house. Hey, how was it covering the Rondy this year?
Cold.
Cold. But history was made.
Absolutely.
So if you're just joining us, look, we got folks from all over. Where are you from?
I live here in Anchorage.
You live right here in Anchorage? Where do you live?
Canton, Alaska.
All right. And you?
Fairbanks.
Fairbanks. You have a lot of snow up there, right?
Yeah.
Like too much.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I've heard. Where are y'all from?
Eagle River.
Eagle River, right up the road about a half an hour away. How about you?
California.
What part?
Mill Valley near San Francisco.
I know it well. My mom's born and raised in Gilroy. I'm going to go see her tonight on the Red Eye. Mark Norman's here. Where are you from?
I'm from Denali Park, Alaska, and I help out with the other race that happens next week.
And what was your temperature you said this morning?
Yesterday morning was minus 49.
Minus 49. Right here, Mel. Coming up. Here's Mel, our announcer. We got the microphones going. The mushers are going to say a few words.
And I've got mine.
Yep.
And the way we're going to do this is you're going to do like you usually do, give the mic to the people that are speaking, right?
Yep.
And we have the queens here. We need the mushers here.
Yep, we need the mushers over here. They're all kind of stacked up. Where are they all hiding? You're getting the behind the scenes here as we get our award ceremony ready. Front row coverage. All 17 teams finished today. No scratches in the 2026 Rondy Open World Championship. A testament to all the mushers and their dogs. Today history was made with Buddy's 11th win. It's official. Very soon here. Here come the mushers. There's Tony Blanford. There's Beth Callis. They're coming out.
Mushers right over here. Excuse me, guys.
There's Mike Parker.
Taking pictures, so I understand. Hey, mushers.
Thanks for everybody joining us. Here are the mushers lining up.
We need 17 mushers.
That breeze is cooling off again. It kind of warmed up to a peak of about 8 or 9 today, and then that cool air is back in.
And Gail Casey's here to help me. Mushers, you're in line over this way.
There's Alex. There's Sherry. Coming in.
How are you doing?
We're almost there. We're getting them.
Mushers.
Got about half.
Got about half of them on the way.
About half the mushers are here. Look at that. Super cool. And then our royalty. You can see how beautiful they are, and you can see the cold coming off their breath right now. That breeze is coming east to west right down forth. It's chilly. My hand is the gauge. I always have a bare left hand. No matter where I am in the world, that's my gauge. Yay! And the big fat Rondy bear. So they're ready. The mushers are gathering. We have the award ceremony and the Susan Hope Veterinarian Award, which is a big deal. Mel's our announcer. I'll have a microphone for the mushers to answer a few simple, like, thank you.
Dog mushers,
Right.
come on forward under the arch, please.
There's Armin right there coming in.
Rondy announcements?
Yeah, you want some Rondy? Oh, perfect.
All right, so you want me to do right before Mel and hand off to
Right
Dan?
now.
Oh, fantastic, even better. Well, then Dan Newman here, one of the official ambassadors and MCs for Rondy, here at the Rondy Open World Championship Sled Dog Races, a 2026 historic year where we are celebrating some first. Our first year under the Anchorage Mushy and District Arches. We're celebrating another first. We have Blayne Streeper, a world record breaker, pretty astounding here. And we just want to give a huge shout out to our incredible sponsors. Without our sponsors, we would not be here today. Thank you so much, Country Financial, Tudor Road Bingo. We want to thank you to Bailey's Irish Cream, as well as Easy Park, Linden, and we want to give a huge shout out to Alaska Advanced Dentistry and Northland Bank. So thank you so much to our sponsors. We appreciate each and every one of you guys here. We're about to celebrate our award-winning mushers here, and we are so excited that you are joining us online throughout the world and beyond.
Awesome. You look fantastic, too. Look at this. Let me back out a little bit so you can see how cool we got it going on right now. Cheers. And Mel's making sure we have everybody here. Here we go. There's Greg and Mitchell, Marvin, Tony, Alex, Michael. We have Destiny. We have Beth, Mike. We have Olivier. We have Sherry. We have Armin, Andy. So we're missing a couple. We're missing a Buddy and an Annie. And look at our great crowd here. Photographers everywhere. So look for these great photos in different places around. Just a perfect day for a sled dog event. We're so glad you're joining us wherever you are. Let us know where you're from. We normally have a lot of continents represented here, which we're always grateful for. Again, look at this great, just beautiful. This is how you do it, friends. You get decked out, you bring your best, and you show up in Anchorage and have a great time. That's how it works. There's Janet Clark right now. She's waiting on our last few mushers to get in. There's Buddy coming in.
In the line.
All right, we've got all 17 of our mushers, and we're going to kick this thing off, and we're not going to give all the final times and checks and everything out. That's going to happen tonight at the banquet. So if you don't have your banquet tickets and you want to hear lots of dog stories and meet all these mushers, that's going to be this evening.
There it is,
Today,
the handshake and the hug.
Top 3 in the race.
There
and
it
present
is.
the trophies.
Very
Thanks to
classy.
our, kings and princesses, they have the trophies to present, and a couple extra special awards that we have also. So, with that in mind, let me introduce all of our 17 dog mushers, and just in line tell you who they all are. They can hold their hands up, you'll know who they're going to be. It is important to note that we had no scratches. We had all of our rookies complete the race. They are all veterans. A round of applause for all of our rookies.
We had 4 rookies.
Mike Parker. Rookie Destiny Lytle. Rookie Beth Callis. Rookie Sherry Johnson. And rookie Olivier Lemire. Right? The rest of our mushers, so you know who they all are: Andy Huetton, Frank Habermann, Marvin Kokrine, Mitchell Jacobson, Tony Blanford, Michael Tetzner, Alix Crittenden, Armin Johnson, Gary Markley, Greg Killer, Anny Malo, and Blayne Streeper. Right? With that in mind, Kale, if you would please, we have an announcement coming up first from our friends at Greater Anchorage Incorporated. They are behind me, or right there. He's ready to go. There you go.
All right, Rondy. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming out to the 2026 Rondy Open World Championship Sled Dog Races. My name is Dan Newman. I have the privilege of being one of the MCs throughout this incredible winter festival. Wanted to give a huge shout out to some of our sponsors with which we would not be able to make this event possible. So as I go through these, give them all the love, give them all the appreciation, all the support that they deserve. Thank you so much to Country Financial, Tudor Road Bingo, Bailey's Irish Cream. Thank you also to Easy Park, Linden, Alaska Advanced Dentistry, and North Rim Bank. We are here commemorating some world record-breaking firsts. First and foremost, thank you and congratulations to Blayne Streeper, our record breaker, and our first ever race under the iconic Anchorage Mustang District Arch. Come on now. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to come out here and celebrate with us. So, without further ado, I'm handing it back to Mel, and we are going to announce our winners.
All right, here we go. Give me that back. We have several awards before we get to the actual top 3, all right? And the first one is a very special award that's going to be presented by our race marshal, Janet Clark. The very first award we have to give is the Susan's Hope Award, located right here, and we'll leave it to Janet to explain how this one works and its significance.
As we know, because we've done the Susan's Hope Award for a few years now, we do the Hope Award in honor and in memory of Susan, Dr. Susan Wagner, raised that for many, many years, and a proponent of the working sled dog and the health of that animal at its tip-top performance. We've spoken about this, about the fact that what we do as drivers for the performance at this level is different than anywhere else that dogs are working dogs or they are pet dogs. And the fact is, Steve Cole, Susan's husband, and Nick Cole, her son, and I and the veterinarians have talked all weekend about something that we've noticed. And the thing that we've noticed is that over the years of the Susan's Hope Award and the ideas of what you must accomplish to be competing at this level, across the board, we talked about how each of you were working magic with your dogs. We saw the times that you worked with an individual, massaging, working the feet, putting in the effort to calm down a nervous dog and encourage a reluctant dog. And we saw all the things that are just so amazing about what makes our sport, that you can take 16 top athletes and take care of each one in the way you do. And the level of care in this Rondy was extraordinary. And Nick and Steve and I would tell you that we've been talking about this for the last 2 days. And each time we talk about what we've seen. And you guys were remarkable, remarkable. But today, we're going to give the Susan's Hope Award to a person who works rather quietly and in a reserved manner and has done something with his dogs this year that requires a great deal of attention, race after race after race, without many people on the truck. And we're so proud today to present the Susan's Hope Award to Mitchell Jacobson.
Wow! Mitchell Jacobson! Oh, there you are, Jacobson family. Mitchell just won the Susan Hope Award.
Hey, thank you. This race makes me want to be a dog musher, a better one, and thank you for this award. And I want to be better with my dogs every year. And thank you for all the staff. And this is my favorite race. This is the race to come to. This is why we all train all year. So I'll be back next year.
Awesome job! Yeah.
Keep that. You have to do that.
One more.
So I'd like to say, one of the things you mentioned in your comments was that your dogs help you speak more. Is that right?
Yeah.
So that's the result of him working with his dogs. He wants to thank his dogs for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right, here we go. The other award we have before we get to the top three is the Rookie of the Year. And I'll leave it to Janet to tell you who is going to receive the Rookie of the Year award.
Well, the Rookie of the Year, of course, is a top placing rookie. It's in honor of Bill Sullivan, supported many rookies in this race. And this year it comes to a person who traveled far. Olivier, you get to receive the Rookie of the Year.
Wow! The Quebec Whites!
Congratulations.
There they are.
Thank you. That's a dream for me to come race here, and that's, I think, the best race I ever do. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. All right. Now we get to the top three. Don't forget, all of our mushers are going to receive their checks tonight. This is a $60,000 race, and it pays through all 17 positions. And since they all finished, they'll all be getting their checks this evening. But in the meantime, we have some hardware to give away. And I'll ask Rondy Queen and two princesses to please come over to this side. Queen and two princesses, if we can.
There's Queen Clara.
And we will present the gold pans. You may remember at the start of the race here on Friday, the gold pans were presented to Astra to kick off the World Championship and to signify the mushing district transferring the district over to the Astra Club to bring this off. So it wouldn't be right if we didn't say something about the 100 volunteers who make this happen. They get out here on this trail, 22 below at the clubhouse, where we started a couple of days of this race. It has been below zero, and many of them stayed out there for 5 to 6 to 7 hours to bring this race off. So I'd like to hear a round for everybody who made this race work. It is It's important to note it is a totally volunteer operation. The entire Aspen Clubhouse crew, and even Janet Clark there, who's been our race marshal. I'd like to hear a round of applause for her also, because you don't see all the work that she does. And with that in mind, we have finished up an amazing race on a very fast track for the first time under this arch, and I want to call up first Greg Taylor, position number 3 in the overall race at 2:68.22. Princess? And Greg, who's got the mic?
Hey Greg, fantastic year for you. Who would you like to thank?
Oh, I got many people to thank. My handlers, Doug Tilton, James Williams. I had a lot of people step up and help me. You know, my family, my sponsors, Mountain Movers, Clint Bishop, Governor, next Governor, Clint Bishop, and I'd like to thank Gary and Jason Dunlap for providing a trail for me. And I'd like to thank my family for coming down here and helping me out. I would also like to thank Archie Weemark, my right-hand man. He's around here somewhere.
Congratulations, Greg, on your 3rd place finish in the 2026 for Rondy.
Yes, thank you very much.
And that takes us to the Battle of Champions that we have just seen completed. Anny Malo, who has finished 2nd, is the reigning champion. Reversed, in fact, she won in 2024. There was no championship in 2025. So she went in this race as the reigning champion. She finished 2nd overall this time at 2:58.44. Anny Malo.
Congratulations, Andy. We know you had a challenging day yesterday, but you finished with a smile on your face. Would you like to thank anybody?
Yeah, my thank is going to my husband Marco, who really worked hard just to drive from Manitoba to here. 4,000 kilometers was something else, and he made it. And he just helped me all weekend. And I want to thank Bruce and Laura that helped us with the dogs and all the help I got to get to the line. And a special shout out to all the people that were on the trail, helped me with what happened yesterday. I wouldn't be here this morning if they were not there, so thank you.
Congratulations, we'd love to have you back anytime, Anny Malo.
And Anny Malo's banner is up. And by the way, if you haven't noticed, throughout the Mushing District, you'll see the banners of those who are the champions at the time, and also important dogs and important people from the Mushing group. And we'll be changing that out for this guy, because his banner is already up there as a tied for the most wins in this race at 10. The guy happened to win today, and that means his banner has to be switched out to show he has won more than anyone else with 11 victories. Welcome, please, number 1, Blayne Buddy Streeper, 256.46.
Congratulations!
Thank you. Congratulations, buddy. We know you had a watch party in Fort Nelson, so shout out to them. When you left this morning, you were pointing. You're pointing everywhere, down the trail, up to the heavens. Tell us about that. I saw some great footage of it.
Yeah, I just like to do things that sometimes I don't remember what I'm actually doing. But I really enjoy it. And one of the news broadcasters asked me that. He said, you pointed at me and you said hello. And of course I knew it was him. Of course I knew it was him, but I didn't, because I try to engage with as many people out there, just as I've been trying to engage with as many people that are looking at me right now. And it's just so special to be a part of something that brings community together. Much like these royalty people, much like the City of Anchorage does with the Fur Rendezvous, to bring something together to make people happy, and that's what we are. We are entertainers for you, and we're just real privileged to be here. So on behalf of my team, of my wife, and my kids, and my family, and my community in Fort Nelson, I want to thank ASDRA, I want to thank GAI, I want to thank the Downtown Mushing District, and I'm just real proud and honored to be able to call myself the champion, and I look forward to coming back here and defending my title again next year. Thank you very much.
Blayne, Blayne Streeper, and our 17 dog mushers who have completed the course. We have finished up the last day of the World Championship Sled Dog Race here in the Anchorage Mushing District. If you want to take the Grand Tour, download the Voice Map app and you can find out all the stuff that's down here. We'll be putting Buddy's face back up with 11 wins. And also be looking forward to seeing you all down here in the Anchorage Mushing District, and coming back next year for Fur Rendezvous 2027 and the World Championship Sled Dog Race. One final screaming round of applause for all of our mushers and all the crew that put this on. We will see you next year, and thanks for being here.
Until next year! So we're going to get all three here on the avenue. Okay. Not yet, not yet. So.
There you are, friends, our top three for 2026.
Yeah, we need to invest in knee pads. Oh, sorry, Kale.
Yep,
Sorry.
yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Look at that. Here we are. Beautiful crew. You got to feel good. Congratulations. Wow.
Alva, Clara, Lena, Bridget.
And then Annie.
Oh, we got a lead dog with Lena. Beautiful. There you are, Fort Nelson. Awesome.
My grandpa.
Yeah, you bet.
We did it, Grandpa.
Wonka did it.
Good old Wonka, you're perfect. So right now the press corps behind me is just taking lots of photos, so we're just giving you this nice long shot here.
Hey, buddy, if you want to.
Get your hat.
Right here?
That's it.
Okay. Sorry, so many photos, buddy.
Give him a shot.
Yeah, sorry.
Can we do one with the royalty, please?
Yes, we're going to do that. Now?
There they are getting handshakes. There's our...
Not yet.
We're just going to keep you right here in the front row, friends. Lena, can you tell us about this dog?
Wonka. My best friend.
How many finishes?
Many finishes in Rondy?
Yeah.
I don't know, 4 maybe?
Awesome.
4, something like that. Yeah. He's been a main guy since he was able to run with the team.
Just a born leader. Look at that. There's Wonka, friends. A Streeper dog. Beautiful conformity, beautiful muscles.
Just a tank, okay?
And a tank.
Super sweet.
Oh.
Thank you guys. Okay, back here.
Okay, here we go. We're going to get the royalty in here, I believe. Oh, yeah, right here, brother.
Thank you.
You betcha.
Okay.
Could we do one with the royalty?
Can you guys get behind us?
Yeah.
Right next to Betty.
Royalty?
How you doing, brother?
Okay.
Scooch over.
Okay, they're going to set the royalty up so that we get the right light. When the
Right here, so if you can get
Good,
but
there's Wonka. Wonka wants to go. They're setting up for the last shot. We're just going to keep the cameras rolling. All right, I'll get behind. Here we go. Let's get this arch in here, friends. There's the new life-changing, city-changing arch. Permanent installation. Took years to achieve. Hats off to Jim and the Anchorage Mushing District. I know Ruth has helped out with this. Lots of folks, some power players in Anchorage really had to get a lot of work done and approvals, as you can imagine. Raise all the money. They still have $250,000 to go. Some of the steel had tariffs on it and things like that, so it increased the cost. So you can help out by donating at AnchorageMushingDistrict.com. There's ways, little donations, big donations. And it's just totally changed. We've been watching people do selfies all weekend under here as they walk by. It used to be awesome just to have the banner, but now it's the whole deal. So
All right. Everybody look
there we
here.
go. I think everybody's...
1, 2, 3. Don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. I'm gonna back up. Woo! I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She's going to back up and then I'm going to get in the way again, right?
Back up just a little bit more. Tail. Tail.
Gosh, dang it. We knew that was coming.
Stay there, nobody move. Nobody move. Nobody move. Okay.
All right, there we are.
And wait, does anybody else need stats before we have them move?
I'm not in the way anymore. Boom.
Okay.
This is the end, friends. 2026 is coming to a close. The banquet's tonight. That's where the checks will be given out. There's Wonka in there. Like, hey, can I get back to my truck? All righty. How you doing, brother? Okay, I'm going to close this out, friends. Please join us next year, right here under the arch. Thank you so much for everything. And again, thanks to all of our sponsors. We definitely appreciate it. Cheers to all. What a great 2026.